Hi guys, it's me, Donna Bliss. Today I'm going to share with you what I've learned from these past few months, and I think it will change how you see people. That is, of course, if you have an open mind. Once again, I try to tell my new subscribers, my soul tribes, that I don't like giving advice because sometimes people don't need advice. I just share my experiences in life that I think will be helpful to some. That's why I'm here and telling my life story, even if it's so embarrassing. The good news is, you don't know this, but if you have been watching me for a long time, congratulations to you. You are unaware that you have been watching a health and wellness content. Yes, it's my content about good mental health and how to have it. I'd like you to do an experiment today about our perception with people. Our first impressions, I'm gonna give you Hollywood people and some that are not so famous just to prove a point later. So this is our first picture. What do you think of this person? This person looks normal, right? Yes, my first impression is she's pretty. She looks healthy. But her story is that she's a podcaster and she's a doctor. And this doctor has autism, but she's high functioning. So why is it that she's got autism, but then she's a psychologist? The point is, just because the person looks normal and just because she's got autism, it doesn't mean that something's wrong with her brain. Because we are so uneducated. What's autism? Well, for me, I have a small background about it, that autism is a broad kind of condition. You can have a very, very high IQ. You call it autism, but the Asperger's syndrome, that's, you're like a genius. Some people, they are high functioning, like this doctor that I'm telling you about. The point is that we didn't know her story, correct? Of course, a lot of you would recognize this person because she's very famous. She's Ariana Grande. She's a singer, actress. 5 months ago, she was so sad that everybody's been talking about her weight, that she's got injections, the Ozempic. And then she had to come out and say she's the healthiest now. Now that everybody thinks she's got Ozempic, but it's not true. According to her, she's in her healthiest because that time when everybody thought that she was okay with her physical health, well, that was a time she's got antidepressant. She couldn't sleep because she's got all this trauma. I think she's got really, really bad trauma from her concert in London that was bombed, something like that. I heard that news. Anyhow, bottom line is, everybody's assuming that just because she's very thin now, that she's got Ozempic. This third picture has a sad story. He looks happy, right? And he looks very, very physically fit because this person is a dancer, a very good one. And he used to be Ellen DeGeneres' friend. And sadly, he is no longer with us because of some mental health issue. So I'm not gonna talk how he departed in this world because it's too sad. Just because somebody is smiling, just because somebody looks fit, and just because they look normal outside in the picture, that doesn't mean they are inside. This photo is very well edited for the obvious reason that this version of me, probably it exists in the other parallel world where it's my mom and dad's dream of me, where I am very successful in the financial aspect. And look at my body. Wow, it looks as if I had 5 shots of Ozempic, right? Or liposuction, because if I'm gonna be too rich, that means I can afford being very, very slim. I'm putting my own picture because this is not my reality. I have another reality, which is the true one, not the perfect one there, because it looks perfect. Being successful is very subjective, which means that your definition of successful is different from mine. Well, that's the point. We can put a picture on Facebook, in other social media, that this is who we are, and that's what we want the world to see us. But is it really us deep inside? It doesn't mean that what you see is the reality, because we don't know each person's story. This is what the experiment of my teacher last month, that we actually don't know what's happening in someone else's life. They might be having a facade. A facade is like a costume. A costume that you wear when you go to a party. You are sad inside, but you wear this mask that you're very happy. A lot of comedians it's their job to be funny, but are they really happy? Because if you ask Jim Carrey now, he's become a motivational speaker, and he's sharing his experiences that what you see in the movies, all the actors are just playing something. They're playing a character. Most of us are like that. We are playing a character of what we want people to perceive us. But behind closed doors, when we're alone in the house, is it really us? Maybe, maybe not. But when we look at someone, we have an unconscious bias of what we think they are. Just because they wear expensive things, are they really rich? Just because don't have any jewelry, are they poor? Just because a person looks normal, are they really normal, or they have mental health problems? Just for you to think about next time when you see a picture of someone. Do you have an unconscious bias that you judge these people according to what you think for the first 3 seconds that you look at them? That's all for now. I hope I made you think, and light and love.